Brendon joins me now. Everybody loves going on your show, and they just have such a blast.
Well, thank you. It's fun to have them on. I mean, it's very relaxed.
Very.
There's no standing on ceremony, and as you can see with Ollie, anything is liable to happen.
Indeed, it is. It is just like going into her house. That's what's so good.
And I think that's what people find disarming. How you doing, Terry? Nice to meet you. I'll be doing the show with you. And she went, oh, really? Okay. And she kind of thought...
She didn't get it.
No, when she saw Mrs. Brown, she kind of going, it's just, what? But they get so disarmed by this old woman talking to them. And at one stage, Terry Hatcher, last week, people would have seen, when she said, I've never told anybody this before.
You see, she knows.
Yeah.
She can winkle secrets out of people.
And well, it's just that they feel very, very comfortable talking to her.
Exactly, they do. They feel really comfortable with her, and they can tell her anything. I think that's the thing.
You were great.
Oh, I had such a laugh.
Well, I really
did, Brendon. I had such a laugh. The way that you've got this, obviously you know what's funny and what works, but just certain things that you do, like I've just changed this, I hold this bag a wee bit and pull that over here, your luggage, so that, and then all of a sudden it's funny. you just change things a wee bit, and it's just hilarious. It's really good.
Thanks very much.
No, it works so well.
I think I love doing it.
Yeah, you can tell.
And that's a big factor in it. And as well as that, I'm surrounded by people who also love doing it. When the tour starts, I'll see my grandkids every day for the whole tour. They'll be there. We'd have tutors with them and babysitters with them. But you don't get that in any other job. You don't. But the thing about you is you never take it for granted.
No. Because you worked your bum off. you did, and still do.
The only thing I'm trained to be is a waiter. That's all I'm trained to be.
The TV series and many different adaptations of that, and then the musical as well.
Yes.
There's nothing else for her to do. She's taken over the world.
Well, we see the music. I'm really pleased with how the music has turned out. Because a lot of people didn't understand that we're not the Von Trapps, but we like to sing.
Yeah, you can hold a tune, absolutely.
And this is going to be... What I'm trying to do is have people come to a Mrs. Brown show, have a laugh, but get stuff that they're just not expecting. I want them to go, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. And
you know what's so strange is you weren't ever supposed to be her.
No.
It was just one of those things.
Yeah, I had
those happy accidents.
I had an actress booked to play Mrs. Brown for the radio series.
Yeah.
And she had got a kidney infection. So what I thought I'd do was I would do her lines.
Right.
And then when she was better, we'd dub her lines in. And so just for authenticity, I did that voice, that Mrs. Brown voice of, hello, nice to see you, come in, sit down. yeah, stop that, I don't care what it is, get it off me lap. And when it went to the edit, it was the editor that said, who's the actress playing Mrs. Brown? Wow. And I said, don't be ridiculous, Jonathan, that's me. And he went, you've got to keep that voice.
Yeah.
So when it came to doing it on stage for the very first play, I was really hesitant about playing Mrs. Brown. I could do the voice, but I was really hesitant. So I got a guy, Tom McInerney, who's a great makeup artist. I said, Tom, make me up as... Because he knew the series, he knew the radio show. Make me up as Mrs. Brown, as you see her. No mirror. And when you're finished, say, I'm finished, and I'll turn around and look at the mirror, and if I don't see Mrs. Brown, I'm not doing this.
Ah.
So he made me up, and I turned around and looked in the mirror, and there was my mother looking back at me. And she said to me, what are you doing sitting there in that makeup? So I went, oh my God, okay,
so
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Your mum sounds a real character.
She
was extraordinary. I would have loved to have sat down with a bottle of wine and had a chat with that woman.
Oh, and she would have loved it. Well, she would have been Scotch on the rocks. But,
right, okay.
No, she was quite an extraordinary woman when you consider a working class family, very much. She started her life as a nun in a convent, renounced her vows, married my dad, had 11 kids, so obviously she was right to renounce her vows.
Yeah, indeed.
So I was the youngest of the 11. She then went joined the union to teach. What happened was she started teaching, and when she got married, she got fired because at that time a female civil servant couldn't work if they were married.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's not that long ago.
No, it's not. It's
terrible.
It's only back in the early 50s. So she joined the union. She said, I'm not having that. And she tried to get that changed and got it changed. And then she became quite popular and then became the first Labour MP, female Labour MP elected to the Irish Parliament. You know, my dad died when I was very young. The rest of the family, because we were like 3 families spread over time, the rest of the family had either emigrated or married. And at one point, it just got to be me and my mum. And, you know, she would sit me up on the table and pinch my cheek and say to me, you can be anything you want to be.
Gosh, she sounds amazing.
And she really was. And I was 24 at the time.
And look what's happened.
I know.
Look what's happened.
I know.
You know, I mean, people absolutely love her. Brendon, always a joy.
And a joy to have you, and thank you for doing this show.
Oh,
You
no,
were superb, as people are about to see when they see episode 5.
I cannot wait, I cannot wait. And Mrs Brown's Boys, the musical, starts in Glasgow on Thursday, and the TV show All Round to Mrs Brown's Boys continues, of course, on BBC One, 9:15 this Saturday. Do not miss it. Thank you, Brendon.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.